Hi, I'm Gordon Harris, president of Gus Communication Devices, the leading developer of speech apps for nearly 23 years. If you're trying to decide on a speech app, let me explain to you why TalkTablet is the #1 selling speech app worldwide today. As you may have noticed, there are hundreds of speech apps available today. The internet is saturated with speech apps for autism and aphasia and things like that. And they range in price from free to over $350. But there is a significant difference in those apps. And let me explain how that is. Research and ask 3 questions when you're looking at an app. You'll discover that there's actually very, very few that are usable, good quality speech apps out there. Number 1, does the app developer have a phone number that you can call for technical support? Number 2, does the app work on multiple platforms and devices, not just one? Number 3, does the app have the ability to share buttons and pages with other users of the same app? So number 1, does the app developer have a phone number you can call if you need technical support? Regardless of price, if the developer does not have a phone number you can call for help, you're asking for trouble. You will need to call from help, whether it's initially when you're purchasing it or setting it up or along the way when you run into glitches. You will need to call somebody. And virtually every speech app out there today has no tech support. They'll have an email address and the app developer will get back to you when they can. That person may be in school or have a full-time job, but writing speech apps and doing tech support for speech apps isn't really part of their life. So you will have to wait for support. So again, if it doesn't have a phone number for tech support, that's a good sign that you may want to avoid that one. With TalkTablet, we include free technical support for life, and we've been doing this for 23 years. So we will help you when you need it. If you have a client or a student or a child and needs something fixed or changed or modified at that moment, call us. We'll walk through it. We'll help you on the spot. There's no sending us an email, waiting for us to have time to get back to you. Just phone us and we'll help you. It's that simple. And number 2, does the app work on multiple platforms? Let me give you a perfect example. In almost every instance for speech apps today, many of them, including the most popular ones that cost $200, $300, $400, only will work on an Apple iPad. Now, why is that a bad thing? The iPads are expensive. The apps are expensive. You take one of those competitors' apps, you put it on an iPad, you're looking at the better part of $1,000. If that iPad is lost or stolen or broken or just happens to disappear, you have to purchase another iPad. You can't now switch to a less expensive Android or Kindle or something else. You have to buy an iPad. So going forward, you are investing in iPads for the future. TalkTablet, on the other hand, is compatible with all the platforms. There's TalkTablet for iOS or iPads. There's TalkTablet for Android and Kindle and Windows. So what does that mean? You can choose the device that's in your budget range. As another example, if you have a TalkTablet on an iPad and the iPad gets broken or lost or stolen or whatever, like my previous example, you don't have to buy another iPad. You can buy a less expensive Android for $100 versus an iPad for several $100s and put all of your TalkTablet data, your pages and buttons will all just magically go onto the Android and off you go. You are not committed to one device platform or other. Same thing applies if you're on an Android and you decide to switch to an iPad. You could do that too. All of TalkTablet and all the data and pages you've created are portable between platforms. Which brings us to the third question. Is the app able to share buttons and pages with other users of the same app? Now this is a biggie. 99.99% of the apps out there do not have that ability. What does that mean? When you get the app on your device, one of those ones that don't have this ability, you need to create everything from scratch or use whatever page or pages that were included with the app. If they include any, you are an island on your own. You don't have the benefit of looking at somebody else with the same app, the work they've done, and wirelessly sharing or trading that or benefiting from their investment of time. You are on your own. With TalkTablet, any user of TalkTablet, regardless of platform, whether it's on an iPad or Android or Kindle or Windows, can wirelessly, for free, our cloud sharing service is included free. You can share a button or buttons or pages with any other user anywhere in the world for free, regardless of what version or what platform the other user is using. Alternatively, you could also have a teacher with students that are using TalkTablet. The students don't have to all be using iPads. They can be using Androids and iPads and Kindles and Windows devices. It doesn't matter. The teacher can create a lesson plan, and she can wirelessly send it to those students to start their day, regardless of the device they're using. So what it does is it makes TalkTablet much more amiable to other people's budgets. People may not want to buy iPads, or they may prefer Androids. And TalkTablet doesn't say you need to buy a specific type of device.